So we're going to talk about the technical aspect and drills for the rowing stroke. All right, so feet in, we're going to start with drive to recovery, and then the drills that go with it. So if we're at the catch, legs are perpendicular, arms are straight. Think about that perpendicular line, which we'll get to, breaking forward here at the start. In the catch, we drive. The hands come away, body angle up the side of recovery. 1-to-2 ratio always. Drive, recover. So we say 1001, 1002, 1003. So how do we get people to do that? We got to break the stroke down, and we have to do the pick drill, and then we have a leg drill that we do. So what I like to do is set up a clock. I can use a line on a wall, or you can do like we've done here, where I've taken tape and numbers. So if we think about the finish as 11 o'clock, we think about the perpendicular at 12, and then we think about breaking through the perpendicular, on the recovery to 1 o'clock. So 11 to 1 is what we're looking for. The pick drill is supposed to help people kind of visualize and experience that. So the pick drill correctly done is we sit at 11 o'clock, arms parallel to the ground, chin should be parallel, eyes looking at the monitor, shoulders remaining in the bow, all right, or at 11 o'clock, and the hands simply come away on the pick drill. So everything is staying nice and tight, core is keeping that back nice and solid, arms are just extending out from the shoulders. There's no shoulder movement at all, just extension of the arms. And we always want to give cues, so we stay in synchronicity, obviously. So we would say something like, into, we're going to add the swing, and this is where we're going to be transitioning from 11 to 1 o'clock, straight through the perpendicular to 1 o'clock. Hands, arms leading the shoulders from the hips is where the extension happens. So into, 1, 2, right here. Now we're going 11 to 1, this is it. And again, it's not a muscle drill, it's a technique drill. So just out, pick it off. Keep that handle right up, chain quiet, swinging the shoulders 11 to 1, just as up. Then we're going to gradually add in the slide, which of course is where most people make mistakes, is in that drive to recovery transition. And all we're changing is we're adding slide, and not too much. So we'll start off with the quarter slide, into, 1, 2. And it's just the knees, just slightly pop up. That's it. It's not more than just a little bit of pop to release. So the back swings through the perpendicular a little bit easier. You will notice that. We'll go to half slide in 2. 1, 2. Right here, half slide. Feet are still flat on the foot stretchers. 3/4 slide in 2. 1, 2. And at 3/4, some people, if they're very tight in the Achilles, may well get a little bit of heel flexion, which is fine. And we slowly work our way in 2 into the full slide. 1, 2. Right here. Full slide. Now the heels are coming up. Taking the catch with the legs. Driving through. Pulling that handle straight across. We lift the knees up, we take the kneecaps off. You want to keep the chain on top of the cog. Let people reach in, draw the handle. Nice cue is pull the handle across the table, slide it back across. That way we don't see a lot of this. Back to normal. Catch, drive, recover. Shoulders, 11 to 1. That's your basic pick drill. The other thing you can do is you can back the pick drill down from full slide. Call it doing scales. So here we are paddling along at full slide. We're going to go to 3/4 right here. Then to the half in 2. 1, 2, half slide. Feet are flat on the foot stretchers now. Quarter slide in 2, 1, tough transition for a lot of people. Again, just a slight break in the knees. Swing only in 2. 1, 2, right here. Eleven and 1. Then we're going to go right to arms only in 2, 1, 2. And then you can bring it back up again, adding the swing in, quarter, half, 3/4, and full. Okay, another drill that I finished with too is after I do a drill like that is I'll come up and I'll have them sit like they're sculling, and we'll all sit ready, and then we'll row left over right. So we'll do it with the arms. A lot of people have a hard time coordinating the scissors if they haven't rowed before, but they can learn it. And then you have them bring the hands down. And this is kind of a good thing to do because it forces them to have to do the 11 to 1 and still keep the legs moving. They really feel that core firing off when we take the handle away. So again, 11 to 1, and then come up the slide. Again, the hands never really stop moving. The slide does for a short period of time, but the whole idea here is to get them to understand the tap and go. Shoulders in and out of the bow. The other drill that we have to connect the legs, a lot of people think it's an upper body exercise, but it's not. We've got to fire off the legs. The legs matter. And that's the closed leg drill that's discussed in the manual. And what you have to be careful about when doing this is people have to understand that it's legs. We're not going to open up right off. You sit at the catch position, and the drill is simply legs. Keeping those shoulders right at that 1 o'clock. And it progresses from here to allowing them to keep the arms straight and bring in the swing. All right, so we're doing it backwards, so we're going 1 to 11 versus 11 to 1. So it looks like this. And then I usually on the third stroke will let them draw through, right back to the drill. 1, 2, 3, add the swing. 1, 2, 3, let them draw through. That's the basics of the technique drills.